Howdy folks, it's the Tall Turtle here, and yes, this is our first video branded as the Tall Turtle. The brand change from 50 nautical mile arc to the Tall Turtle has worked out very well. All my logos and icons have finally updated in the YouTube world and the Google world, so everything matches. And those of you who are here for the racing videos, we'll have some racing videos soon. But thank you for watching this one as well. We've picked up a lot of subscribers based on my racing videos, because they left comments as such. So that's nice to know. But today, it's a flight sim video. And if you're wondering where I've been the past couple weeks, I was very sick for 4 weeks. Like stuck in bed for 4 weeks. It was terrible. I did get out of bed once or twice to record a Minecraft video on the Minecraft channel with a terrible voice you could barely understand, just because I thought it was hilarious. So if you want to check that out for amusement, head over to the Minecraft channel. But I wasn't able to record, was hardly able to get out of bed, and we're back. So you had been watching about 2 weeks worth of pre-recorded videos because I got really far ahead. But other than that, I haven't recorded in over 4 weeks. It's been insane. So I'm glad to be back today. My voice is still kind of raspy, even though I've been feeling okay. But here we are. Let's get started. We're going to do a medium haul, 160 nautical miles from Riga to Tallinn. So we're going to start in Latvia, Riga, Latvia, and go to Tallinn, Estonia. I do have payware scenery for Echo Echo Tango November. Is it November? I can't remember. Echo Echo Tango November. It's version 1 though. I say that because there's a version 2 for Estonia, but I'm not going to rebuy it. I'm just going to stick with version 1. So it's kind of cartoonish, kind of looks dated, but hey, it's better than, well, is it better than default? I don't know. The autogen's been pretty doggone good lately. Anyway, I got the Estonia, or the Tallinn Estonia scenery long time ago, because back when I was piano shopping, I wanted to get an Estonia grand piano, because during that time, they were some of the best pianos in the world that no one's heard of, pretty much. That suddenly is no longer true. They've made some changes, and they're kind of crappy pianos again. But for about 12 years or so, 10 years, they were the best kept secret in all the piano world. And there's some famous pianists that actually own them. They're that good, even though they're very inexpensive. But that, not anymore. They've screwed up something. Anyway, we don't need another. I've done lots of piano lectures on this channel when it comes to Estonia. I do not own one. I didn't get one because it wouldn't fit in my house. But anyway, we do have the scenery. That's why we have the scenery. We even did a VFR flight where we checked out the piano factory. So we're flying there today, not for the scenery, but just because I haven't been there in a long time. We're doing it in the Carenado. We're using just the plain unpainted livery. We're just going to ferry this thing. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is going to be interesting, because I do have approach plates and things for Estonia. I actually do have all the charts for Estonia, or yeah, for Tallinn, sorry. I don't know why I do, but I do. So we're going to put the destination in the GPS, and then once we get in the air and get our weather, we're going to use stars. There should be stars in the GPS, and then I'm going to look at my star chart, figure out what we want to use. This will be our very first time using an actual star. Normally, because of the types of flights we do, it's either visual landing, or I just find the approach plate for a runway like ILS or GPS for runway 7 or something. This will be our first time doing a star. We might have an issue where we're too close to the airport by the time we get the weather that the star, we might not be able to pick one because it'll be so close and we won't be able to line up. And we might just have to do it the way I normally do it, where you just pick a runway. But we'll see. Or maybe there's not even stars in the GPS for this, and we won't do star. But if there's a star available, we're going to do it. If it's not available, we're not going to do it. We're going to kind of improvise. I did not practice this flight. I probably could have, since we're doing some new things. But the whole point of this channel is to do new things together, because we do Flight Simulator the way the rest of us do Flight Simulator. I'm not a professional by any means, although I have been doing this for a very long time, and I'm getting more confident. But when it comes to something brand new, we do it together. I never do anything for the first time alone, because that defeats the purpose of what I do here. We need to learn it together. So I think that gives you a story of what we're doing, why, and where. And yeah, so let's hop inside and let's get this thing started. Oh, that's right, everything changed. My I updated X-Plane to 11.40. I just figured why not. So now we got to no, 60 is what I normally use. Do we need to bring it to 72 just for now, so I don't have to redo all my presets? Yeah, let's do it 72 just so I don't have to redo my presets. What are we looking at here? Yeah, that's better. Okay, fine. 72 it is. It's way faster to adjust that than it is to reset everything. Okay. What are we doing? Let's see. Doors are open. Static elements are on, right? Yes, they are. Or they're out there. Oh, I'm getting that weird sound again, aren't I? Yeah, sometimes when I start this plane, I get like an APU type sound. But not always. Let me turn my volume up so I can hear it myself. Very strange. Time of day, it's 7:37 when I started recording, so we'll be taking off about 8 a.m. local time. Real world weather is turned on. It's overcast with light winds, like 5 knots, so it should be okay. Let's turn the external power on so people can start boarding. Let's get the lights on so people can see what they're doing. That's all good. Let's turn these off and get our 1 frame per second back. Let's head back to the cabin. Yeah, everything's lit up and ready to go. Alrighty. Let's see, what else do we need to do here? That's on. That's on. Right? By default for some reason. No, we want that one off. It's on by default. I don't know why. Alright. I think that's it. Alright, everybody can start boarding. So let's get going here. Checking our fuel. Fuel. 168 nautical miles. That's about 48-minute flight time or so. So let's keep our fuel the way it is. And we got 12 minutes to get in there here. Alright, let's hop down here. Is it this one? Yes, it is. Oh, come on, out of my way. Out of my way, you. Battery on. External lighting. Now we can turn this on. Wing logo? I have wing logo written down. There's not a wing logo on this plane. How come I've never noticed that? Now this checklist is so old. Landing, taxi, ice, and flood, recog, tail flood. It should say tail flood. But I have the wing logo written down. That's for the 727. How come I've never noticed that? So strange. Alrighty, let's swing around here so we can see what we're doing actually. And we can't do 2 buttons at once, I see. Alright, let's close or remove static elements. Let's close the baggage door. And let's close the passenger door from inside today. If we come down here, there's a click spot right there. Let that close. And if we hop in front and spin around, there's a click spot in here. Let that close like Star Trek doors. And there we go. Close the wing windows here, or else I forget to do it, and as we're going down the runway, they close on their own. Emergency lights can go to normal now. There we go. EFIS. Turn that on. Next page of my checklist, because I use paper checklists. Isn't that funny? I know there are plugins where you can do checklists in the cockpit, but this is more fun. Alright, make sure the parking brake is set, and it is. Fuel switches, turn them on. Auxiliary to auto. We're going to view the main tank, view the auxiliary tank. It uses the auxiliary tank first. This is not a tank selector. This is just to view your quantities. Props to feather. They should already be there. Yes. Ignition switch. Oh, ready to go already. Okay. Yeah, okay, here we go. Ignition switches. Conditioners to low idle. Yeah. Where's ignition? Here we go. 15. Yeah, my presets are all screwed up from the... I can't see my thing. I'm going to have to use my ears. We're waiting for 15%. And then it should be right there. 16. I was pretty close. Conditioners to low idle. Are we there? There we go. How come this is all screwed up? This is not fun. Oh my goodness, I can't see both at once. This is zoom back for right now. We'll reset it later. Let that stabilize before we turn the generators on. And we're stable. So we'll do right generator. And we'll repeat for the left side. We only have one conditioner acts as on our yoke, so it should shoot up pretty quickly since we already have it bled in there, or pushed through, or whatever word you want to use. And there we go. Left generator, close that, turn off the auto igniters, which in real life I've had pilots tell me you never turn them off. I've had other pilots tell me you have to turn them off. It is super interesting in the flight sim world because we are at the mercy of the sim, right? So I've had people comment, tell me, you cannot start the real plane this way. I know that. It's a simulator. Not everything is modeled. Not everything matters the same way. So we do what we can at the mercy of the sim. We can only do what we're given. But even among real life pilots, they argue, which is hilarious because you would think airplane flying would be super objective. Like there's just one way to do it, right? One way to do something, one way to start up a plane, one way to be safe. But apparently there's not, because people argue all the time. It's very, very interesting. Anyway, I got off task there, but that's okay. Igniter's off, avionics switch on, AC bus, turn off the external power, rudder boost. There we go. Climate over here. Turn on the bleeders. Yeah, this is all screwed up. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Furnace on. It's a cold day. Let's just set the auto. Let's do auto temp. It'll get 120 degrees. Test the overspeed. Test the stall. And put that back in because we're done on the side. Alright, flight plan and GPS. This preset's fine though. First of all, let's clean up the Avidyne a little bit. Whoops. Declutter that. Okay, flight plan. This photo reel thing does not match the buttons. That's a change. See, I don't know what changed in 11.40. I used to be the type where I would read every change log of everything. Read every word on every forum, just everything about everything. I just don't have time for that anymore in real life, so I just do what I have time for. I've not read the change log, but something has changed in the way this GPS is implemented, because look how faded that photo reel looks compared to the buttons. And I'm sure it's because things update in X-Plane, and the manufacturer, the designers, have to update their airplanes to keep up, right? And I'm sure this Carenado B1900D is not going to be updated anytime soon. So we're going to have to live with this. I just hope it's updated for Vulcan because of Sassel. We'll have the conversation later. Alright, so yeah, this photo reel thing looks really faded and awful. I mean, it looks like a picture, but it looks like you're looking at a picture. Like you held up a picture and you're looking at it. Not in-game photo reel, but like you're looking at a photo. Except the buttons. Strange. Okay, let's clear this out. I can do mouse wheel on this one. Yes, I can. Delete flight plan. You bet. Okay, where are we? We're in oh, it was already deleted. Anyway, it's outside one. There we go. We're going to, what did I say it was? Echo, 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 tango. Tango, where's tango? November. Is it November? I can't remember my phonetic alphabet. It's been a long time. Is it the North Mary Tallinn? I just have it as Tallinn. Okay. Boom. Accept. So for right now, we're going to go direct. For right now. Once we're in the air, we're going to select our approach. We don't have ATC. If we had a company route and we had the weather there, we would probably put an approach now because it's such a short flight, but we don't have that. So then we realign ATC. We don't have that. So again, we're at the mercy of the sim. We got to just wing it. If we screw up and we got to do directly over the airport and spin around, we'll do that too, whatever it takes. But we'll do what we can. I just have to remember to load the approach or activate the approach, not just load it, because they always load it and forget to activate it. All right, so that is our flight plan on the GPS. Let's do CDI to GPS. Autopilot will follow it. We already decluttered the Avidyne. Let's set our cruising altitude since we're right here. 160 nautical miles. We're going to cruise at 17,000 feet. We'll shoot up there like a rocket and then stay there. Radios and instruments, nothing to worry about. We are going to put in the ILS approach just because we can, I think. Although Autopilot will probably follow the GPS that way. Because there's, or I'm sorry, well, we'll see what's available in the chart. I can't remember. what's available. We'll figure it out. Test the caution and warning lights. Have that here. Yes. Cabin pressure. Okay, so 17,000 feet cruise. So we're going to change this to 18,000 feet. What? Did I go the wrong way? I've never done that before. Huh. We're looking at this number right here. So in real life, this should have a plastic window with an arrow. And so you go right there. And then this, I've been told, is not realistic at all. This is not the real pressure thing, or this dial. So we just can go all the way up, come back about 3/4 of a turn, and then we keep an eye on this. As long as the gauges are in the green, it's fine if you want to be that realistic. We do it halfway because it's not modeled correctly. That's one of the complaints about this plane. But to me, of all the things to complain about, cabin pressure is like the bottom of my list of like simulated requirements. So whatever, but people like to complain. I guess I do too sometimes. Alrighty, so cabin pressure, auto feather to arm. Where are you? There you are. Generator ties closed. Stall, pitot heat, and anti-ice, and prop sync on, and I think we can put that back. Oh yeah, let me get that to stop shaking. Well, we'll worry about that later. TCAS, we don't fly with other traffic, but that's fine. I guess we have a few AI planes, but I don't really care that much. Okay, taxi lights on. Where are you? Props to taxi. Whoops. Where's my new... This one. I got a new preset for this middle part. I think they're shaking quite a bit, huh? So, has the flight model changed in 11.40? I would assume so, but we're going to find out together. So we might have to relearn how to fly or land all over again. Every single time the X-plane updates, I have to relearn to land every time, because I learn it to such precise movements and accuracy that any little change in flight dynamics or ground effects or back pressure or any of that stuff screws it up. Now, if I were to just come in hot and just like skid across the runway like a lot of people do, it's not going to matter. But when we try to do it as realistically as possible, obviously flight dynamic changes are going to be huge. So we have to relearn to do it every single time. Alright, taxi lights on, props to taxi. Congestion, slow idle, they are low enough. I don't want to go too much lower because it'll cut off in this model. Begin taxi. Where are we taxiing? I do have a diagram of this. No, I have a diagram of Tallinn, not our airport. Oh my gosh, we didn't get weather. Why isn't weather on my checklist? Did I screw up my checklist? Where is it? I totally skipped over it. I don't know why. Just because. Let's do this very important thing. First of all, let's see if we have an ATIS, because that's more fun. That's more fun. There's an ATIS. 1, 2, 4, 8. Let's go over here. Com 1, 2, 4, 8. Like this. And switcheroni. And where is it? Come on. 1, 2, 4, 8. And it's not coming up. Really? 1, 2, 4. This has worked at all. Excuse me, I have hiccups. This has worked at all other airports. There you go. Was it off maybe? No, that's off. That's on. 1, 2, 4, 8. My settings aren't set to have it off. My settings should be... Where is it? Sound. Enable ATC. This is right. COM 1 is on. So turn that on too. Shouldn't matter. Maybe it broke in the update? I doubt it, but maybe it broke in the update. We'll have to try other airports with other... We'll try our destination. If the destination doesn't work either, then it could be the airplane doesn't work now because of the update, or it could be the update broke it. I don't know. I don't know. Huh, that's a bummer. Message doesn't tell me to set my course. That's weird. Okie dokie. Alright, well, fine. Let's zoom back in. Or zoom in. Let's get our weather first, and then we'll zoom in and look at the report. So, sky conditions. 5 variable. So it changes. Okay, so what is it? 29 or 82. That's what we actually care about right now. 29 or 82. Alright, any runway between 18 and 26. We've got 18. Perfect. So 18 is going to be this up and down runway. We are here, so we're just going to turn right, and that'll take us to the end of the runway. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. What is going on? I swear there's some weird little nuances here that are giving us problems. Alright, so we're going to turn right, and there's the end of the runway right there in the foggy haze. Oh, I love real world weather. It gives you the coolest looking effects. Okay. Parking brake is off. And give this some throttle and feet on the pedals, which is hard to do because I have my racing pedals right behind them. So my rudder pedals are basically under my seat. So my feet are like under me. It's very strange. I know I can move things around, but I got my racing pedals in the perfect spot. I don't want to have to keep moving them around. Okay, this thing is very different already. Very different in 11.40. Holy moly, Rocky. It's taking no effort to move it, and it's actually quite easy to go in a straight line for once. It's not going back and forth like it normally does. Oh, now it is, now that I say so. Huh, interesting. We're going to go around a little zigzag. Now I was going to look at the airport, but I just realized our taxi is really short. So let's just hop back inside, and let's finish this taxi, and we'll look at the airport from the runway. Alrighty, that was only like 25 seconds, but we're back. Let's slow down. Hey, the brakes work better. Ooh, the brakes work better. Cool. Of course, a lot of this stuff could be like confirmation bias, and it just seems better, and it's all placebo effect and everything, and there is no change, but it sure feels like a lot of change to me. Let's stop and let's set that parking brake, and let's get ready to pull out. What do we need to do? Flaps down. Come up here. Reading lights on. Cabin light or flood. Hang on. What? Reading on. Cabin flood off. Overhead flood off. Cabin full off. So when we come back here, it looks like that. Taxi lights off. Landing lights on. Nav on. Beacon to flight. Trim for takeoff. I think if we go just beyond halfway. Cruise altitude, did that already. Autopilot setup. Oh yeah, that's right. This is easy. We just do nav, set to GPS, and climb at 2200. Last time we climbed at 2200, we had a problem. Let's do 1800 today. I feel better about that number. All right, that's it for autopilot. Okay, we're going to come around the corner and set the heading bug so that if autopilot screws up, we continue in runway heading, and then we'll take off. So let's get rolling here. Piece of cake. Slowly bring those throttles back. Holy kit! Whoops! I just did the fuel cut off an accident. No. Don't turn my airplane off. Do I have to restart my airplane? I do. I bonked fuel cut off on my yoke, and it didn't recover. So let's start this up again. Come here. Bring all that stuff back. Oh my gosh, that's super funny. There we go. Come on. Let's restart both engines. I know I should probably turn everything off to do it properly, but we're just going to do it like this. What a funny mistake. I've never done that. Yeah, I have done that in jets. It turned off my engine in flight in jets. There we go. Alright. Okay, we're back up and running. Jeez. Let's keep going here. Parking brake off. Props to taxi again. And let's try to get going. There we go. Whoa, once it releases, it really goes. Holy moly. Alright. Sorry about that ATC. We just, you know, popped the clutch a little bit. Installed it, that's all. Okay, let's line up the center line, not the taxi line. And stop here. Set the parking brake. Hit the heading button, which is over here, I guess. In case you screw up. Come on. There we go. And that's it, right? Start the stopwatch. Stopwatch mode. Start. Right? There we go. Conditioners forward. Props forward. Parking brake off. Throttles forward. Get comfortable in my chair. And away we go. Ooh, now we gotta use those rudder pedals. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. It's that whole like little bit of wind thing makes a big difference. Alright, here we go. And pop off the ground. Come on. There we go. Oh, windy, windy, windy. Gear coming in. Flaps coming in. And where is... Oh my gosh. What? This is strange. The heck is going on here? I'm pushing my yoke all the way in, and we're not coming down. No, we are. What in the world? I love this fog. Okay, well, due to the nature of the fog, and I can't get my yoke to work, let's engage autopilot. Let that take over for us. Thank you. How's it trimming it? Huh, it's really trimming it back. Okay. It's at 1800. I mean, everything's fine. It's turning us around. I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, but... Jeez, that was weird. Let's look outside, then we'll manage some engines here. And we're on fire. Why? This happens sometimes. Where it just starts on fire, and there's no reason to. So let's pause it and take care of this. Let's see. Just because I didn't do anything wrong. It just happens sometimes. I don't know why. Oh, we're 9 minutes behind schedule. I should put the fires out. See, he's not even putting the fires out. Even though I told it to. Good grief. Is this a problem with... Fix all systems. Why? Why? Everything's even in the green. Look. We're not redlining anything either. I used to think it was the, this sometimes, but I don't think so. I think that's just a coincidence. Are you still on fire? Why? I did nothing wrong. I've flown this plane hundreds of times. But this happens sometimes. Now, okay, see? Now it fixed it. What did I change? I turned off... Come on. I turned off this. Which, last time, same thing. I'm talking like a year ago, but same thing where I had a fire, nothing fixed it, I turned off the anti-ice, it fixed it. Which is why I normally don't use those buttons. So maybe that is a problem, or maybe it's just coincidence. I don't know. But 2 for 2 now, that's been a problem. So if it's coincidence, it's a weird coincidence. Anyway, good grief. Man, okay, let's get back into this now. How y'all doing back there, by the way? Don't panic. I have it under control. So now let's manage our engines like it meant to before. See, now we can take care of stuff. There we go. Starting at the top, we got green, 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 I think. Yeah. Green, green, green. Green, 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 green. Green, green, green. Yep, good. Okay. We're climbing at a good clip. We're going to meet up with our GPS. Everything looks awesome on the outside. Sort of, we kind of missed departing the airport scenery. However, it was super fogged in, so it didn't really matter anyway. There's your peek at your ground if you want to still see. And why is my phone beeping at me? That's very distracting. Okay, so looking good though. Now that we don't have any fires, you can see the fire stains on the sides of the engine. That is so cool. That is so cool. I'm trying to get some screenshots in here. Okay, beautiful flight and everything, and we're gonna do some sightseeing. But what we need to do is calculate our VNav, and calculate our approach because it's only 145 miles away. Which in this plane, yeah, I guess that's quite a distance. But I just want to see if we can calculate it. I really don't think it's going to be on here because I think this is on like a 25 or 50 mile map. Yeah, we got a long ways to go. So never mind. We will calculate our approach. VNav, VNav, I guess. For now, I think the airport is about sea level. It's on my other screen. It's behind my recording software, so I have to pause and everything. So we're not going to worry about it right now. So let's just do 500. We can always come down fast if we have to. Let's just do 1,000 feet at the airport for now, just to get something in here at 800 feet per minute, and then we'll adjust as we need to. So that'll come down quickly once we level off, but for now we'll just keep it like that. So we're good. We're done. We're set. Took care of the fires. We're climbing. Everything is set. All we need to do now is get our destination weather so we can plan our approach. Alrighty, landing lights can come off now because we're hitting 10,000 feet, and that does it for us for now. So sightseeing for you. Once we hit top descent, I'll jump back in. But the more important thing is once we get our destination on the map to see what the weather's like, we will choose our approach best we can based on what we're given. So kind of a shaky start, but we're good. Sightseeing time, and I'll catch you in a bit. Well, the weather updated and we can see things now, which is kind of cool. Except we got some flying to do. We will do a little bit more sightseeing. But I checked the weather on my phone at the actual airport information because it's not in the sim yet. But if the sim really duplicates real world weather, it's coming from 240 degrees, which means we're going to use runway 26. And it's 14 knot wind, I think, from 240 degrees. That's what real life weather is, and hopefully this sim will replicate that. So runway 26 it is. So we have my star chart up on my other monitor. So let's see here if I can figure this out. Let's do procedures. Let's select an approach. And we want to do RNAV, runway 26. And, oh, this doesn't have a star. All that talk about stars, we don't even have one. Transition, though, we can't use vectors because we don't have ATC, so we need to use mokex, which I don't even see on the stinking map. Okay, I found it. Mokex, piece of cake. Ooh, that's going to be a tight turn. We're going to be coming at that. Ooh, that's going to not be good. That's why I wanted to use a star so that we could approach it more gradually. But I'm not going to do it manually. So this is going to be very interesting. So what's going to happen is we're going to pretty much go over the airport the wrong way. And then we're going to hit Mokex and make a super sharp 180 degree turn. How many miles from the airport is that putting us? That's going to put us 9 miles from the airport. That's enough to turn around. Oh boy, we might have to do a manual. We might have to vector ourselves, pretty much. Yeah. All right, well, let's put Mokex in there. And then when we see it on the GPS, we'll just vector ourselves. We want to actually activate this. There we go. Oh, I was going to do this stupid whole thing. Arrgh. That might not be so bad, actually. It might, well, oops, don't want to do that. Let's see. Can we see it in here yet? See the hold. So what we're gonna do, we can't go direct yet because it'll screw it up. We've had that problem before. So what we'll do is we will get within the vicinity, and once we do, we'll use again, vector ourselves. We don't have ATC. We'll vector ourselves towards Tango November 627, and then once we do that, once we get in the vicinity, then we'll go direct here, so Autopilot will take over on GPS and bring us in. Because this whole thing, I don't understand. It always screws us up. So that's what we'll do. So when we get to the vicinity, we'll vector ourselves towards the next waypoint, and then once we're lined up with it, we'll go direct. If we go direct to it now, it doesn't work. It brings us back to the hold I've tried before. Okay, well, that's our approach. Let's keep that zoomed out so we can have an eye on it. VNAV, 3 minutes till top of descent. Are we missing any really awesome scenery? Yes, we are. But that's just the way it is. Oh, also, I had to bring our cabin alt thing all the way back because this was in the red and we got a low pressure warning up there. So I just brought that all the way back, and then as we're sitting right on the border of death. That's the best we can do. Alrighty, I'm going to get you another 20 seconds of sightseeing or so, and then we'll do top of descent together. Alright, our airport just popped into view, so I just want to see if the weather matches what it says. 270 at 14, so 250 or 240 in real life, 270 here. They probably get the weather from a different source, but at least it's the same general direction. 2965 on barometer. Let's bring that back. 2965. Is there an ATIS here? There is. Let's see if it actually works. 124875. Let's do this so it's easier just to go like that. Whoop. 87. Oh, how do we get the 5? We don't. I mean, it might not work, huh? I don't expect it to work then. Okay, forget that. It's fun to use it when we can get it, but we can't. So, clear skies, etc., etc. So basically, we're going to come in here, and we're going to come in this way. Have to make a sharp left 9 miles away. But like I said, we'll vector ourselves just to make it smoother. Descent to target, it says. So let's set this to, let's see, what do we got? 2200. 2200. We need to decide what we're doing. So let's go 2200. Like so. And one button descend. We just hit descend. It does everything on its own. All we need to do is watch our speed, so bring back throttles a little bit so we don't overspeed. As long as this VSR stays around 800, we're good to go. If it gets to be like 1,000, we got to increase our rate of descent. If it's too low, then we decrease our rate of descent. But we want this VSR to be as close to a profile as we can. So there we go. That's it for that. I'll just keep an eye on there once in a while. We're getting closer. Once we get close enough to see what's going on, we'll vector ourselves in. Piece of cake. I'll leave that like this. Keep an eye on my speed and sightseeing for you. And I'll catch you in a little bit. Alright, so just about 4.5 minutes so I get to this hold thing. And I already turned landing lights on at 10,000 feet. I did that during sightseeing. And I'm keeping an eye on our speed, which we're bumping up almost over speed, but we're fine. But we are going to slow down a little bit. Our VNAV went up to 1,000, so I changed our descent rate to 1,000 feet per minute. I'll be drawing that back in a little bit. Otherwise, sightseeing has been absolutely amazing. I was getting some weird stutters and jittering, even though my frame rates I checked, and they're at 68 frames per second, no matter what is going on below us. So I don't know why we're getting the stutters, but that's just the nature of it, I guess. Looks like some rural farm areas in Estonia. Gorgeous, gorgeous scenery. Look at all those trees. We just went over this park thing. Looking thing. I guess, maybe. Looks like we're over another one. But anyway, get the sightseeing out of the way because we need to fly a plane. We need to do some manual stuff. I want to see how far the GPS will take us in. And then we'll take over manually, of course, to land manually, but we want to see. So, approach. We already have our weather. Runway's already picked up. Brahma's already set. Landing lights are already on. Too early for flaps and gear. That's it. Just flaps and gear when it's time. We're going to touch down above this first flag. We had a whole video just on landing this thing, so let's see how this works in 11.40. We're going to touch down just above that 100. Much as I don't want to touch down that fast, that's what we're going to do. Alrighty, what do we need to do? Keep an eye on this thing. Keep an eye on this as well. That's coming down, so we're good there. I'm going to try and go direct to TN 627 once we get a little bit closer. Because TN 627 is this one right here. If it doesn't work, we'll use a heading bug and manually vector ourselves in. But I want to give it a shot. I want to see how that's going to work. We're actually going to do that in just a moment. I don't want to do it now, because then if it does work, we'll go here, then we'll have a 90-degree turn. I don't want it to be a 90-degree turn. Our VNAV, or VSR is coming down, 1029, so we're good there. We should probably start slowing down a little bit. Our airport is right. Can we see it from here? No, but airport's like right here. Or is it over here? Hang on. Hang on. Let's look at that. Airport could be here, I guess. I don't know. It's there somewhere. Hopefully the scenery will load. Otherwise, what do we got? And that's coming down now, so that's good. Coming down quickly. So let's actually bring this back to 800. Like that. Our speed, let's slow down a little bit more. Let's make this turn about 200 or so. We're going to get ready to make this turn. If it'll work. If not, I'm going to quickly bump in the heading bugs. In fact, let's hit the heading bug lined up right now. So if I have to make a quick change, I can. Otherwise, let's bring the speed down to 200. Come on. Managing things very quickly here. That's coming down quickly because I slowed down, so that's fine. And we're going to go direct to there in just a moment. I'm going to wait till it's about right here. That way, if I have to make a turn myself, it'll soften it up a little bit. Then I'm curious how low it's going to bring us in on GPS. Sometimes it brings us all the way in, sometimes it doesn't. How gorgeous. Very gorgeous. So anyway, we're coming up on 2200, which is where we want to be right here, so we're going to be right on schedule. Let's do direct to TN 627 now to see if it'll actually work that way. I don't know if it will or not. It's going to work this time. Of course it's going to work this time. Whenever I say something isn't going to work, it does. So I'll take it. All right, we're at 180. That's good. Let's come down to about 160. We'll get flaps and gear out as soon as we turn on the final, which is after TN 627 will be our final. Lateral, or I think that means lateral. I don't know. I have to read up on that stuff. Otherwise, here's your airport right over here, as it should be. This is very exciting. No, it's not going to work. I didn't think it was going to work. It's turning us too much. All right, let's just fly by hand. Screw it. I'm not going to worry about. I'm not going to worry about the heading bug. I'm not going to worry about anything. We just got to get back on track. There's the tower right there. So now we got to look at this GPS, get back on track. Then we're going to bring it in manually. We have to hit. What is, let's see, TN 627 is 2200 feet, so we can't descend yet. So throttles. So we stop descending. But I do want to slow down. So let's bring the nose up to slow down. Throttles back so we don't climb. As soon as we get in that arc, we'll do the first set of flaps and then gear as soon as we make this turn. Yeah, I knew that was too good to be true. I knew that was too good to be true with that direct thing. Alrighty, let's just fly this in. There's our airport right, our runways right there. I kind of have it in sight, but I'm not going to point it out. Alright, yep, keep an eye on that GPS. I'm going to use that to help us out. Actually, here it is right here. We'll just use it on the HSI. Good grief. Alright, let's not descend yet, though. Come on. That wasn't our tower. I was looking at something else. Alrighty, throttles steady, pulling up to slow down a little bit. We are about 6.3 miles out, it says. And then as soon as there's a runway right there, as soon as this lines up, where I can see the runway, but I'm going to use the HSI. All right, let's start coming down now. Gear down. Descending by bringing throttles back. Are we going to get a glide slope? We have a glide slope right here, and we have that right there. So we have this to look at or that to look at. Okay, let's not go below that glide slope. Let's just hold steady right here. Let's just hold level right here. And bringing back throttles and pitching up because I really want to slow down. And there we go. Using the gauges. It's been a long time since I've used gauges. Holy cow. I want to look out the window, but we're not. We're going to try to use the gauges. First set of flaps down. Let's throttles to level off. Pitch up to slow down. And the glide slope is coming down a little bit. A little bit to left of the runway. If we look out to the window, that confirms that, but I'm using my gauges. We're not going to do second set of flaps till the last minute. Pitch down to speed up. Throttle so we level off till we meet that glide slope. Now we're going to turn left because the gauge says we're lining up with the runway. Look out the window, we can confirm that just because I like to look out the window. Look at that beautiful scenery. I really want to look around, but we're not going to. Alright, we've captured the glide slope, so let's go down about 500 feet per minute. Throttles back to do that so we don't speed up. Oh, really touching on that glide slope. We're reporting runway in sight. Second set of flaps down. Oh, we don't float nearly as much as we used to. In the previous version of X-Plane, if you did flaps, you'd float up to the sky. We are at our touchdown speed. We don't want that. Throttles, 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 so we don't descend while we point down to speed up. And props forward, of course. They already were. And we're going to go sterile, and we're going to land this thing. Nose wheel down gently. And reverses because we can. Brakes because we can. That could have been a lot smoother on the touchdown, but that felt weird. I had a lot of throttle. I had like my throttle halfway just to keep us at our touchdown speed and not go below it. That was very strange, but we'll take it. Not the smoothest landing, but it was still reasonably acceptable. Alrighty, let's stop at the stop line here, see where we're going. Parking brake set. Let's come up here. Taxi lights, these can all come off. Alright, what are we going to do here? Stop the stopwatch. 48-minute flight. Now what I said was going to be 42, so that was pretty good. Okay, so landing lights off, taxi lights on, anti-collision to ground, nav off, cabin and overhead so people can gather their things. The flaps come in already, conditioners to low idle. There we go. Props to taxi. That's not shut down. We didn't shut down, did we? No. Okay, good. All right, where are we going? Let's have a look, see outside here. And see where we're going. I assume it's way down there. Oh gosh, I can't see that far to see if there's what's over there. Let's just start taxiing, and when we find a hangar, we'll go there. So, conditions low idle, props, taxi, parking brake off, throttles, let's go. Once it starts rolling, it's really going to roll. Yes, it is. Holy moly. I guess the scenery doesn't look too bad considering it's dated. I don't know why it looks like we're getting frame rate stutter. Well, we're not. When I look at the airplane itself, you can tell it's smooth, but those trees were kind of jittery. Anyway, let's just go a little ways so we find a place to park, and I'll meet you at the parking spot. Alright, since we're just ferrying this airplane, well, you might as well go to the maintenance hangars, right? Because we're ferrying it without passengers. So let's hop inside here, and we're just going to go right into those maintenance hangars. So let's start slowing down now a little bit. Hopefully it won't jolt us forward like it often does. And let's begin our turn to the right. Kind of hard to do this from inside when you don't have peripheral vision, but that's okay. That's why we have taxi view, see? There we go. Alright, where do they want us? Let's just go over here. Let's just go over here. And then they'll just dolly us in wherever they want to go. So let's stop right here. Set the parking brake. And to shut this thing down, all lights off. Just do that as well. Fuel off, props back. My favorite sound. We're not even going to hook up external power. We're just going to stay quiet. Because they're just going to dolly us in and fix us up. Alright, anything else I need to do? We'll just let it all sit. We'll let them come take care of it. Alright, let's open up our door here. Let's open up this door here. Let's hop outside and let's get our baggage out of the back. And static elements till they tow us in. Okie dokie, there you go. Welcome to Tallinn. We had a rough takeoff with the engines being on fire for no reason whatsoever. I want to say it's that anti-ice sometimes does it, because the last time we had fires we couldn't extinguish, it was the same reason. It was anti-ice, but could be coincidence like I said in the beginning. But let's just zoom out here and enjoy this pay-where scenery that I paid for a long time ago. I think I got it on discount, plus I had credits at the org store or something. I did not pay full price. I'll never ever pay full price for scenery, because then I feel obligated to fly there all the time. I do have the New York scenery. We don't use it very much because it's very dated. I'm hoping for the Chicago scenery soon. I should see if is that out at the time of this recording? It's been talked about. I don't know. We should fly to Chicago. We should do something in Chicago. I have a lot of really good freeware scenery there. Anyway, here's Tallinn. We're at that maintenance hangar. Let's spin around quickly so we can see the city. We've never seen it from this side. Normally we look at it from the west, not from the east. So this is pretty cool. But all this is included in the pay, where you can see where it goes all the way out here, all the way out here. And this is just version 1. Version 2 is even better, but I'm not going to pay for it. But I would like to have it, but I'm not going to pay for it. So we just have to deal with this. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it. I certainly did. It's nice to be back and recording again. Sorry this was such a long, chatty video, but hey, when I take 4 weeks off, I got to make up for it, right? The next video shouldn't be as chatty. But hopefully you enjoyed it. Enjoy some Forza Motorsport 7 coming up. Check out the Minecraft channel. I got some pretty huge builds on there. And check out my piano channel. I've been uploading some Christmas music. And I might even be doing a duet with a friend from college that I've known, well, since college, so like 25 years. Check out those channels. Links are in the description below. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time.